like to thank you all for being here. I was hoping that more of our club would attend, but you are the 20% that get things done in this club. I'd like to ask the three of you who are new to let us know why you decided to come to this meeting.
Well, I have 55 years of perfect attendance in this club. And I'm here because I want to make sure that our Abacus for Adolescents project is here. It's a program I started way back when I was president. Now, we stopped giving away the green vouchers with each abacus, but it'd be damned if I'm going to let you guys stop this program while I'm still alive.
Okay, John, thanks for being here. We definitely want to make sure that all voices in the club are heard. How about you, Jimmy?
Well, I've been the head chef for the crab feed for the past few years, and I think it's time we innovate with shrimp.
Okay.
I think it'll make a really big difference.
Okay, Jimmy. We're all about new ideas here for sure. How about you, Christina?
Well, I've been really thinking about how we can put this club on the map. What do you think about a 3-day hip-hop music concert? We can rent out the university stadium, 30,000 people a day. My son, he's got people who are up-and-comers as far as performers. They'd be willing to do it for free, and I am sure that we can reach out to talent who, once they find out the money's going to charity, they'll give us a special rate. I mean, what do you guys think?
That would take all clubs in our district to pull that off.
But we get to keep all the profits, right?
Hold on, guys. We aren't there yet. I don't think we could staff a lemonade stand right now, let alone a music festival.
We didn't make you president so you can tell us what to do. Why does every president that comes in either want to do everything new this year, their way, or do the same thing over and over again?
Hey guys, I don't think this is why Hank brought us all together here. I think what he really wants to find out is what our community needs, what we all want to do, and then what we can do well.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Bill. I really couldn't have said that better myself. We had a meeting recently where it became pretty clear, pretty fast, that we needed to change what we're doing if we want to grow as a club. This is what we're going to talk about today. I thought it would be a good idea to ask everybody who wanted to help, rather than just telling people they had to show up.
Well, I like that. Because if you just asked me just to show up and do work, I probably wouldn't. Besides, we all know that our schools need the abacus for each student each and every year.
Well, I've talked with my kids' teachers, and they say they're not using them. And in fact, the kids either take them home or set them on fire.
Well, instead of wooden ones, we can give them metal ones.
Uncle John, I don't think that's the point. I think we should be asking the schools what they need, not giving them what we think they need.
I could ask the school superintendent what the needs are of the district. I'm on the PTA board, and so I see her really often and see what she has to say.
Could you introduce me to her at some point? I've heard a lot about her, and I think she might make a really good member of our club.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think maybe there are other people in your PTA that might be interested? Maybe we could crash one of their meetings and we could find out from them, what are the needs of our community? There's lots of people in PTA that are involved in stuff.
And then they might think about joining our club.
Whoa, Tiger. Let's ease into this. So Jess, yes, you make a great point. There are quite a few people on my PTA board that are involved with other nonprofits.
Like what?
Well, like you might expect, kid stuff, so the sports, the arts, nonprofits that have to do with helping kids with special needs.
Well, why aren't we partnering with some of those nonprofits to get some of our community service done?
It's not just community service. If we partner with them for our crab feed or our fundraisers and make them a major beneficiary, then maybe we'll get more attendance and volunteers. And of course we can shrimp too.
We tried getting the groups involved about 20 years ago. It just doesn't work. We all know what we want. We know what's best for our club.
John, things have changed drastically around here over the last 20 years, not to mention 2020 alone. I mean, this year, my goodness. I bet you didn't know that in our metro area alone, over 400 new nonprofit organizations have formed just to serve the needs of our community.
Is that true? Why didn't they just join us and together we could have addressed those needs?
But hey, Hank, let's face it, we're the best kept secret in our community. I mean, these people don't even know we exist. We don't even register a meaningful percentage of our community's population, let alone represent it in any meaningful way with respect to diversity.
That's why we're all here. How can we change that? How can we get visibility?
What about like the city council or the Chamber of Commerce?
What about the community outreach of our first responders?
How about businesses we all do business with?
You know, the police chief used to be a member of our club. And I play poker with him every single week. I think I can get back to the club. He's, in the past, has been a great resource and a supporter of our club.
Now, this is what I'm talking about. These are great ideas that we really do need to commit to following up on. But Bill, something you said really concerns me.
What's that?
The fact that we represent an insignificant percent of our population, and more significantly, the fact that we don't look like our community as a whole.
Actually, while we've been talking, I did some research on my iPad, and here are some really interesting facts for you. So our metro area has grown 18% in the last decade. Our club has decreased in membership 30% over the same period. And don't get me started about the demographics of our community. We look nothing like it. You're absolutely right about that.
You know, I got some great friends in this club, but, you know, we could use a little bit more color.
I know we've said in the past that all we need to do is get one, and they'll bring their friends and our problems will be solved. But that's like checking a box. I mean, it's not like we even care about who we're bringing in. I mean, and not only is that wrong, it's just not going to work.
How do we fix that?
I'll tell you how we can fix that. You know, it's no different than how we were all asked to join this club, right? We were told that there were a bunch of like-minded individuals who wanted to take action in their communities to make their communities better and change the world. When I first came to this club and came to my first meeting, that's not what I experienced. This club did not embrace me. In fact, I couldn't even find a chair to sit in. Now, you ask me how to fix it? I'll tell you how to fix it. We gotta start living what we stand for. We have to reach out to people in our community and find out what service they want done. We have to first get to know them as people before asking them to join our club. If you treat people like I was treated and try to attract people that way, you're not going to get the result you want. In fact, it's going to be quite the opposite. And in these specific groups, if you treat them that way, you might have some very unintended consequences. And then we're going to have no chance to make a difference.
But we are friendly, right?
I think that needs to be a program at our next meeting. And we need everyone on board with what you're talking about. Stacy, can you set another meeting in 2 weeks? Meanwhile, can everyone who mentioned doing outreach to various aspects of our community please do so over the next 2 weeks? Let's gain some knowledge about where we live before we draw any more conclusions. I know this was difficult, but I want to thank you for all being honest and working to make our situation better.